evening and welcome. You're watching Times Now. I'm Sagarika Mitra, and on this edition of the news, we are going to focus on one of the most critical issues when it comes to the upcoming Maharashtra elections, where the battle lines are clearly drawn. And one demographic at the center of all of this is the M block. Which block are we talking about? We're talking about the Mahila voter. With nearly half of the electorate in Maharashtra being women, it's no wonder both the ruling Mahayuti alliance and the opposition Mahavikas Aghadi are leaving no stone unturned to win their favor. But will promises on paper translate into votes when it comes to the elections? Let's dive into the numbers and the strategies and the promises. Now, first up, it's very important to note why the woman vote matters in Maharashtra and why both sides are pulling out all stops to woo the women voters. And let's pull out the numbers and show our viewers the numbers that we are now going to talk about. Why the woman vote matters? Because women make up to 48.7% of Maharashtra's voters. And then let's also tell you more about why women are so significant. Let's go to point number 2. 4.67 crore registered female voters are in the state of Maharashtra who will hold a very important, very important to the entire scheme of things. Now, the gender ratio is up from 929 in 2011 to 933 in 2024. There are 5 districts in the state of Maharashtra who have more women than men. Let's also tell you why the woman voter is so important. Now, viewers, why is it that all sides are trying to woo the woman voter? Women are making up 48.7% of Maharashtra's voters, and that is why there is one scheme that everybody is talking about. Here we are talking about the Ladki Bahin scheme. Will this scheme be a game changer in Maharashtra? What do we know about Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's women empowerment push? There are 2.3 crore women voters who have received a stipend when it comes to the Ladki Bahin scheme till the 15th of October. This stipend worth 7,500 in 3 installments has already been given. So women have already gotten the benefits of the scheme. Let's now tell you why this is becoming so important and why everybody is talking about it. Then the Mahayuti has also promised 3 free LPG cylinders promised for 52 lakh households. This also becomes very key. There are scholarships for girls from economically weaker sections, and then as a part of the women empowerment push, the Mahayuti or Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister, is promising utensils worth 10,000 rupees for domestic workers. That is, promise. But like we've been telling you, how important will women be in the larger scheme of things when it comes to the D-Day? Why is it that all sides are going all out to woo the woman voter? Why is it that in the last few elections, wherever the woman has consolidated or the woman vote has consolidated, that has yielded dividends for parties? That is why let's understand the importance of the Ladki Bahin scheme, and could this be a game changer?
The CM Shinde government in Maharashtra announced a slew of welfare schemes for the women, for the farmers and the youth of Maharashtra. One such significant scheme is the Mukhyamatri Ladki Bahin Yojna.
शिंदे साहब के बाद यही बोलेंगे कि उन्होंने अच्छी योजना दी है, काफी लेडीज खुश है इससे और चाहेंगे कि और नए योजना अच्छी आती रहे.
जिनके बच्चों को फीस वगैरह के लिए दिक्कत जाती है, वो फीस भी उसके कारण लाडली बहन योजना के कारण मदद हो रही है. और हमारे भी कोई पर्सनल जो है, हमको ऐसे लगता था कि अपने को भी कुछ मिलना चाहिए, उसके कारण हमको भी कुछ ना कुछ मदद हो रही है.
मैं मेरी बेटी का फीस वगैरह भर पा रही हूँ और मेरे घर का भी थोड़ा बहुत खर्चा पानी चल पा रहा है.
जो घर के खर्चे हम लोग उठा नहीं पाते, बच्चों के भी खर्चे उठा पा रहे हैं अच्छे से और खुद इंडिपेंडेंट बन पाए हम लोग.
आम्ही निर्णय घेतलाय. मी जेव्हा म्हणालो माझ्या लाडक्या बहिणींना 1500 वर आम्ही ठेवणार नाही, आता आमच्या वचननाम्यात लाडक्या बहिणींचे 2100 रुपये आम्ही केले. 2100 रुपये. आणि आम्ही लाडक्या बहिणींना लखपती झालेलं बघायचं आम्हाला. लखपती.
Several members of the opposition had expressed concerns and doubts about the implementation of the Mukhyamatri Ladki Bahin Yojna. But the Mahayuti, which is led by CM Shinde, has in fact made it part of its 10 guarantees announced ahead of polls. And the government has announced that the monthly amount of 1,500 that is transferred to the account of these women will be increased to 2,100 rupees.
Now, viewers, we saw how pro-women schemes turned the elections when it comes to the state of Maharashtra. Here we are talking about one scheme which yielded a lot of dividends for the Bharatiya Janata Party, which was in fact fighting anti-incumbency in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Now let's tell you about how the Ladki Bahin Yojana, on which the Ladki Bahin Yojana is modelled around, how that made a difference to the BJP. Now let's tell you, this is as per data of CSDS Lokniti. Two schemes that played a very important role in Madhya Pradesh. Will a similar factor be witnessed in Maharashtra? We will also have to find out. When it comes to the Ladli Lakshmi Yojana, the overall beneficiaries from the total women voter electorate is 48%. And out of the 48% of the beneficiaries, how did it transfer to votes? Out of the total number of out of the total number of those voters, 49% from the total number of beneficiaries who got the Yojana voted for the BJP, and 42% voted for the Congress party. Now, when it comes to the non-beneficiaries, out of the total electorate, the non-beneficiaries of the scheme were 41%. And then out of those who are non-beneficiaries, how did they vote? 44% voted for the Congress and 43% of non-beneficiaries of the scheme also voted for the BJP. So here you see that the gap is not very significant. Even those who did not get, were not beneficiaries of the Yojana, the women voter, even they, yes, they voted significantly, slightly high for the Congress, but then for the BJP, it is just a 1% difference. Now let's talk about the Ladki Bahin Yojana. In Madhya Pradesh, the beneficiaries of the Ladki Bahin Yojana from the total electorate was 81%. Out of that, let's tell our viewers, how did they vote for the BJP? 48% of the beneficiaries of the Ladki Bahin Yojana in Madhya Pradesh voted for the BJP and 42% voted for the Congress party. When it comes to the non-beneficiaries, the non-beneficiaries constituted to about 12% of the electorate. And when it comes to the non-beneficiaries of the Ladki Bahin Yojana, we had 36% who voted for the BJP and 53% of them who voted for the Congress. This is how the numbers look like. Now we have to open this up for the debate. Joining us is a big panel. Shazia Elmi, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joining us. Dr. Raju Wagmare of the Shiv Sena also joining us. Tushar Gupta, political analyst. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, political analyst. Anish Gawande, NCP SP national spokesperson. We have Chandrasekhar Jha, Shiv Sena UBT, also joining us on the panel. Let me take this across to Shazia first. Shazia, this is one of the flagship schemes which the entire alliance of the Mahayuti is banking on. The BJP has always emphasized that the woman voter is very, very important to them. Now, when it comes to the Ladki Bahin Yojana, how do you think this will give you dividends? Will this be a game changer in Maharashtra?
You know, whether it's Madhya Pradesh or the Ladki Bahin Yojana, or it's Orissa where Prime Minister launched a Subhadra scheme, or the overall budget which actually seeks to reach out to 3 crore women. It's huge, the numbers we're looking at. And women have traditionally voted for the Prime Minister, Modi ji, because every welfare scheme is pivoted around women. And whether it's Ujjwala Yojana, whether it's Mudra Yojana, where women become huge beneficiaries, or, self-help groups, or it's, Izzat Ghar or the Swachh Bharat Yojana. So you realize a lot of schemes, even in the central Awas Yojana, you realize that through DBT, it's been women who have got the registration done in their names. So as to feel proud, right. That proud owners of houses. So traditionally, women have preferred Modi ji because they know that there is somebody who has their back, and almost every scheme is actually based on is woman-centric. Right. So a lot of work is done, and I think it's a very important scheme, so and it will make a big, huge difference. Let me bring in the
Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. Kamru, the Bharatiya Janata Party and the entire Mahayuti alliance believes that this is going to be their game changer in the state of Maharashtra. Even the Mahavikas Agadi, when it comes to pro-women schemes, if the Shinde government is promising 2,100 per month for women, the Congress alliance is also promising 3,000 per month. So it is my welfare promise versus your welfare promise for women. Will the women trust in the promise that you have made?
Yeah, Sagarika, most importantly, we must remember the words of our Honorable Prime Minister when he said that targeted welfare schemes meant for the needy in the country that the Congress and the UPA introduced were all supposed to be reveries. And thank you and thanks the people of this country that the BJP and Narendra Modi government came to realize that these are not reveries, these are targeted schemes. Facing the imminent defeat in elections just 2-3 months ago, Maharashtra government led by the Rector coalition of Shinde, Ajit Pawar and Narendra Modi brought out this Ladki Bahin scheme. But then the people of Maharashtra, they realized that just fooling with empty promises and guarantees can't help. What happened to the Maharashtra Yojana in Rajasthan? Why did they stop it once they came to power? Were the Rajasthan women less different than that of Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh? Why did the Maharashtra Yojana was stopped in Rajasthan? We gave 25 lakh health insurance in Rajasthan, but as soon as BJP came in, they reduced it to 5 lakhs.
Let me bring in the Shiv
They made a lot of Modi ka guarantee in Odisha.
The Congress party and the leaders of the MVA have been saying that when it comes to pro-women welfare schemes, or like you're talking about your flagship scheme, which is Ladki Bahina, which you believe is going to be a game changer, why are you doing it before elections? And when such schemes are given, you have accused others of doing revdi politics. Isn't this revdi? How do you respond to what the Congress is saying? Dr. Raju Wagmare.
See, the Congress, whenever they talk, they don't have any study behind it. The people are in Congress, they just wanted to talk. The reason behind it, when you are bringing such a big Yojana, Ladki Bahin Yojana, CM Mukhyamatri Ladki Bahin Yojana, we was preparing this Yojana for last 1 year. It's take 1 year to prepare the whole thing because so many women are going to come and you have to give money in the direct DBT. You require a lot of work behind it. So it's not like tomorrow the election has been declared and 1 month before you came out with a scheme and you are giving money to everybody. It doesn't work like that. So these kind of things what the Congress is talking about, it's completely rubbish. That is number one. Number two, that Ladki Bahin Yojana, that it's not an empty promises because we knew that our opposition does not have anything to say and only to criticize, they will talk like this. So what we did, we give money in advance. If the women who apply later on also, we give their money in their bank account. When the Diwali came, we gave money for 2 months, money that we put it in their bank account. So what happened? It's not an empty promise.
Okay. It's not an empty promise. It's what? Just 1 minute. Let me bring in the others also who are on the panel and I'll give you your time. Anish Gawande of the NCP SP. Now, women on the ground. We have our reporters who are reporting extensively in Maharashtra. They've been speaking to women from all segments and women on the ground have been telling, the normal chatter is, we have gotten the benefit. We know that humko mil raha hai and this empowers us and this gives us a sense of pride. Yes, your alliance too has promised 3,000 rupees, which is more of the amount when it comes to what is promised under, the Ladki Bahin Yojana. But you have also said we will give 3,000 per month. But they say we do not know when the new government comes in. If there is a new government, will we even see that benefit? Yahan to hamara tried and tested ho gaya. Humko to benefit mil chuka hai.
No, let me come in here because we have a track record of delivering upon promises for women's empowerment. I'll remind you that it was Sharad Pawar in 1994 who launched the first women's policy in the state of Maharashtra, as a result of which you see a large number of women in the defense forces today, you see a large number of women in the police forces today. He did a similar thing when he was defense minister. More importantly, the schemes that we have launched are not just limited to a direct benefit transfer. We've also promised things like a cervical cancer vaccine for women. We've also said that every girl who reaches the age of 18 will get 1 lakh rupees in her bank account. But what unfortunately is happening today is that crimes against women have doubled in the state in the last 10 years. Crimes against children have tripled in the state in the last 10 years. And the reality is that BJP leaders have the audacity to say that take photos of women who are attending Mahavikas Aghadi rallies, and if you see that they've received a Ladki Bahin Yojna scheme, ask them to return the money. So this politics of upkar, this rhetoric of the government doing you a favor, has not gone down well in Maharashtra. I'm glad that women voters are a priority.
Tushar Gupta,
is
this politics of upkar as claimed by the NCP-SP spokesperson? Because what we are talking about is every political party today concurs and believes and they have seen results on the ground that women are a very, very significant voting force. If women vote en masse towards one party, if they show their faith in one party based on the kind of welfare benefits they get, then that party always reaps the benefits of their vote. So is this upkar? Is this only a poll sop?
Let me break down this, Sagarika, in 3 simple points. Number 1, what the BJP is offering through this program is not the only thing they're offering to the women. It's a part of the array of the welfare schemes they have launched. So you look at physical infrastructure, you look at the enablement schemes, which includes your mudra, your self-help groups, and then you have the cash transfers. And let's understand one thing, when you give cash to a woman, you're not essentially giving it to a woman but to a household, because that money gets reflected in how the children consume something, how the nutrition levels go up. And if you look at the last 10 years, purely from economic data, the nutrition, the consumption patterns in rural India have changed. Number 2, your reporters are spot on when they say that the people are saying that this is a tried and tested model, because similar were the findings in Madhya Pradesh also in 2023 and similar were the findings in Uttar Pradesh in 2022 as well. So this is where BJP wins on credibility. When people look at the Congress's promises, and there are plenty of them, even in 24 elections there was this promise of 1 lakh rupees annually. People just don't buy it. Anti-incumbency or not, people do not believe in the Congress to fulfill any promise. And in Maharashtra, Congress is the third fiddle after NCP and after Shiv Sena. So why do people have any reason to believe that what is the Congress really promising? So point number 2. Point number 3, we also must understand that the Modi government for the last 11 years, this is the 11th year now, has been running a welfare policy program en masse across the country. Did we have a fiscal deficit problem? Now compare this with Karnataka, for instance, where the Congress came with the promises and 2 years. Suddenly the state's debt is skyrocketing. Suddenly the state is talking about tax devolution. Siddaramaiah is saying my money, my right. So please compare. Congress has a credibility problem. They might promise you the moon and stars, but
Congress's credibility problem, like claimed by BJP and political analysts, the fact that we are seeing playing out in states ruled by the Congress party, be it Himachal Pradesh, be it Karnataka or Telangana, when there is a credibility problem there when it comes to their promises, somehow there has always been a discussion around, okay, should we review it, should we go on with it, the kind of, fiscal problems that the state has faced. It is that versus the BJP's credibility and BJP's delivery when it comes to pro-women schemes. Will that impact you as well?
See, the direct beneficiary transfer schemes were introduced by the Congress government long time ago. And it is not a new thing which has been introduced by BJP in any of these states or in the central schemes. Now, the thing is that you have to see the woman empowerment thing has been introduced by the India Alliance partners. One of the partners, TMC, started this scheme of Ladki Bhandar in West Bengal in 2020-2021. And through that scheme, if you see the TMC gone through the scheme and actually the government was winning in the state, and thereafter, if you see this scheme has been taken over by BJP as a scheme to win the votes in other states. What has happened now, see the law and order situation in Maharashtra. All the schemes will not help them out. These schemes introduced against the women empowerment will not help them out because all the crimes against women have not been curtailed by this government. So there is a 50-50 equation between all the women voters that whether these schemes will help them out or the relief from crime.
Your rivals, your political rivals are telling you it is law and order. Let's talk about the law and order situation in Maharashtra. You are here talking about the Ladki Bahin Yojana, but when it comes to women's safety, if a woman is not feeling safe in the state, if she has no, faith in the law and order machinery, then what will she do with this benefit is what your rivals are telling you.
Now, I just wanted to, you allow me to talk that 30 seconds you would have allowed me to talk. This question would have been not arise. As an anchor, you should allow me to talk and let's finish my talks, whatever I said.
Mr. Vaghmare, please go ahead. There is very limited time, and that is why there are certain kind of comments. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
I want you to understand this. So next time you will not do this.
Mr. Vaghmare, please go ahead. Make your point.
Okay, I'll make my point now. The reason that why the women will not believe in NVA on this scheme, because when we bring this scheme, this NVA people, the Congress and the UPT, they was talking that this scheme will fail. There will be no money. Why we will do that? We cannot able to do this. And the same people, when they bring the scheme, why any woman will believe them? That is number 1 point. Number 2, the law and order situation. Only 1 or 2 bad incidents has happened. The bad incidents is happened in Badlapur. The Mahavikas Agadi does not have anything to say. They took that thing and they wanted to try to be making a bad picture. There is no law and order situation is degrading in Maharashtra. Every woman is feeling safe. There is no record of such kind of things. What these people are talking about, they don't have anything to say. That's why they are putting this criticism on us that the law and order situation is not right when everything is right.
Okay.
Now they know that the women is coming after us. Women believe in us. Women knows that we can deliver what our Chief Minister is talking about. So that's why then how you can bring the women out of it?
Okay.
So creating a fake narrative of law and order situation, which FBA is trying to do, but it will not affect any women.
So the Shiv Sena is accusing the MV of creating fake narratives when it comes to women, but I'd like to thank all my panelists. Apologize if you didn't get enough time, but only for the want of time, we'll have to take a short break here. But will the woman voter be the decisive voter in the state of Maharashtra, and will the Ladki Bahin Yojana be an absolute game changer in this absolutely critical election? We'll have to take a short